Steve Frischman, Magnesphere Health, here at Action Sport Physio in Montreal. I'm here with owner Alain Skeldman of Action Sport Physio, and we're here with Danielle. Danielle has a very, very interesting story. But Alain, why don't you give us a little bit of a brief history on Danielle's condition?
Sure. It's been 2 years now, October 18th, 2014, that I reached out to Danielle after reading his book, actually, describing his injuries and where he was at. And essentially, he was a T8 paraplegic at one point, like 25 years ago, and but still managed to recuperate in his own way and regaining some function of his legs, but still remaining in a lot of pain and obviously not being functional. So for whatever reason, I reached out to him and I introduced him to the Magnesphere back then, and the changes that he's going to describe about today were just, as far as I'm concerned, are life-changing for him. Fait que Daniel, quelles sont les choses que tu as reconnues assez tôt dans les séances du Magnesphere?
Premièrement, la diminution de douleur.
Combien de douleurs?
Assez pour couper ma médication de 50%.
OK.
La douleur, je la mettais sur une échelle de 1 à 10, entre 6 et 8, et même parfois plus.
Okay.
Maintenant, c'est 3, une échelle de 1 à 10, c'est encore 3 à 4, okay. Et ça joue plus sur le 3 que le 4.
So his first symptoms that he really recognized was a pain reduction. He used to be a 6 to 8 on 10 on good days, and it went up even to a 9 or 10 on 10 on bad days. After the Magnesphere, within a short period of time, he was able to reduce that to about by 50%, and also reducing his medication by 50%. Est-ce qu'il y avait d'autres symptômes que tu as reconnus aussi qui étaient...
Oui, plus également des muscles que j'ai jamais réussi à développer pendant 25 ans, après des efforts et des efforts continus. Les muscles à l'intérieur des cuisses, à l'extérieur, à l'arrière, les muscles du fessier. C'est tous des muscles que j'arrivais pas à travailler et à développer du tout. Et au point que mes jambes, à cause de la spasticité, étaient toujours croches. Les genoux étaient collés ensemble, les pieds tournés par l'intérieur et je marchais toujours sur la pointe des pieds.
Okay.
Avec zéro sensation de feeling pour le plancher aux pieds. Maintenant, mes jambes ont redressé. Les muscles que j'avais jamais pu développer, j'ai réussi à les développer. En plus, je marche, j'ai du poids sur mon talon maintenant, ce qui me donne un meilleur équilibre. C'est incroyable la différence d'équilibre, là, tellement que je me rappelle pas la dernière fois que je suis tombé.
Okay.
Et avant, je tombais régulièrement, minimum 2 à 3 fois semaine.
Okay. So the second thing that he noticed was his strength in his lower extremity muscle. Essentially, before, because of his injury, he was barely able to walk properly. His legs would collapse inwards. He wasn't able to work out the muscles and gain strength out of it. So
he was forced to walk on his toes.
He was forced to walk on his toes and would even fall a couple times a week as a result of that. So after a couple sessions in the Magnesphere, one thing he noticed is that some of the muscles that were just not present before all of a sudden started being recruited, and he was able to strengthen them to walk in a much better fashion. He's coming once a week to maintain, but I believe that even though it's a maintaining process, he's seen some other results that have come along throughout the year. Ça fait 2 ans qu'on en fait maintenant, tu viens 1 fois par semaine. Est-ce qu'à part la douleur qui est diminuée, la force que tu as gagnée, est-ce qu'il y a d'autres choses qui sont au niveau digestif que tu m'avais?
Les incontinences urinaires et fécales ont diminué beaucoup.
Okay.
Et maintenant, je suis capable de me retenir beaucoup plus longtemps et plus facilement. Puis quand je m'échappe, c'est beaucoup moins. C'est un petit peu au lieu de beaucoup me mouiller jusqu'aux genoux.
Okay.
Ça, c'est pas arrivé une seule fois depuis que je viens ici.
So this one thing you noticed, as far as incontinence, he wasn't able to hold inside when he needed to urinate and all that. At this moment now, he's able to hold, and there's no more release from the pelvic floor as there used to be. Ce que Steve voulait savoir, c'est si on faisait un ensemble de tout ce que tu as vécu présentement depuis 2 ans, comparé il y a 4 ans, qu'est-ce que ça a fait pour toi de Magnesphere au niveau de ta vie, de ton quotidien?
En prenant moins de médication, je peux sortir plus, être plus sociable avec les gens. Parce que quand j'étais étourdi avec les médications qui étaient très fortes, je m'aimais mieux être tout seul que d'aller d'un gars là, sur l'effet de la boisson ou de la drogue devant le public.
Okay.
Ça m'a permis d'avoir beaucoup confiance en moi.
Ok.
De mieux vivre, mieux dormir. Quand je sors, je suis obligé de penser toujours à une valise de linge de rechange au cas où je me salisse, ce qui me donne beaucoup plus de confiance et d'assurance avec le public puis à l'extérieur de la maison. Quand je marche, j'ai moins mal, je moins souvent à m'enfarger puis tomber partout, puis c'est gênant, c'est même humiliant.
Ok.
Quand tu t'es mouillé ou tu tombes, ben ça fait un gros changement. Un autre très gros changement, depuis le 10 août, j'ai un vélo. J'ai pu recommencer après 28 ans. Je ne pouvais même pas faire du vélo stationnaire. Quand je suis arrivé ici il y a 2 ans, je ne pouvais même pas faire de vélo stationnaire.
Ok.
Parce que ça ne bougeait pas au niveau du bassin, puis je me promenais sur le siège, puis je risquais de tomber avec. C'est pour ça qu'il y avait le tapis roulant et je faisais autre chose. Mais maintenant, je suis capable de faire le vélo stationnaire et ça m'a vraiment impressionné. Ce qui m'a donné l'idée aussi de pouvoir après ça penser à avoir un vélo. Là, j'ai un vélo adapté, 3 roues, mais je suis capable d'en faire du vélo. J'avais de la misère à marcher 10 minutes. Là, je fais du vélo 3 heures, 3 heures et demie de temps.
C'est incroyable.
Wow.
So the last point that he mentioned here was 2 years ago he couldn't cycle. He couldn't get inside on a bicycle and just start rolling.
Even a stationary bike, you said.
Even a stationary bike, exactly. So now, since August 10th, he's actually purchased his own bicycle and he's able to cycle at home. He started with a couple of minutes, and last weekend he went up to 3 hours on his bicycle. So from that level of activity, he's changed his whole lifestyle. He mentioned as far as confidence, regaining his confidence. Obviously, we mentioned the pain earlier. So all that, I guess, to change his lifestyle tremendously.
He had a hard time being in public with people, he said, as well, right?
Like he had to bring a suitcase of clothes in case he let go. So now he's able to enjoy life and live like a normal human being.
Well, the couple times I've walked in here, I've always seen him with a smile on his face. So for me, that's tremendous, and that tells the whole story right there. And I mean, you've been the head therapist for professional sports teams. I mean, there are many locations for Action Sport Physio, and you've seen not hundreds, but thousands upon thousands of different cases. Right. And you've had this device now for over 2 years, closer to 3 probably. Have you noticed that the people who are coming in here who are starting to use it, has it added value to the ability of your physical therapist that you have on staff here? And you have a lot of staff here, that's for sure.
Exactly. Well, there's certain cases, like Danielle is a prime example. I know as a regular physiotherapist, and don't forget, it's not as if the injury occurred 2 years ago. The injury occurred 25 years ago. So for 23 years, he was trying to build up, just couldn't get anywhere, and almost had thrown the towel till I called him and pleaded for him to give it a try. But I know that as a regular physiotherapist, I couldn't have done anything close to what this machine's done for him. So in general, this machine is not to replace physiotherapy. It's to work hand in hand with physiotherapy. It's to bring down the inflammation, to bring back the body to a normal state, a relaxed state, to allow the body to function. And when the body functions properly, us as physiotherapists, well, we do so much better.
Absolutely.
Oui, vas-y, Daniel.
Je suis convaincu d'une chose, oui, le Magnesphere m'a aidé beaucoup, mais si j'avais pas travaillé autant physiquement à côté, j'aurais jamais récupéré autant.
Ça, c'est certain.
Et aussi tous les bons conseils que toi tu m'as donné, mais aussi tes physiothérapeutes m'ont donné pour tel étirement, tel exercice de renforcement. Ils m'ont aidé à m'aligner sur le bon exercice pour moi, afin au lieu de me blesser, j'ai pu progresser. Je suis convaincu que les deux combinés ensemble, ça fait des miracles. Parce que moi, je regarde ce que je récupère, ce que je peux faire, puis oui, pour moi, c'est un miracle.
Exact. So what Danielle is basically saying is, don't kid yourself. It wasn't just the Magnesphere that brought him to this level, but it's also his will, and he's a big part of it. He's the greatest part of this success. But it allowed him to get to the next level, which gave him hope to carry on and regain a normal lifestyle.
And it's also, you've got a bunch of skilled staff here. I mean, this is just another tool in their toolbox.
Oh,
I mean, that's what it becomes. You can be a great carpenter, but if you don't have the right tools in your toolbox, you really won't be able to build much.
That's right.
So I'm happy, obviously, that you guys adopted the technology, put it through its paces. Right. But I'm very, very happy that Danielle gave you guys a shot.
Yeah.
And this way he can see, what he was capable of doing. So thank you very much.
Yeah, and Danielle has been a source of motivation for me, obviously, but for the rest of the clinic. I mean, to see him come in week after week and be dedicated to his rehab is unheard of. So the two of them work together as charming.
Well, Daniel, merci beaucoup. Thank you very much.
C'est mon plaisir. Merci beaucoup.